What is going on, amazing people? It is so early! Test server opens at 4 a.m. my time, but I went for it anyway, because why not? Anyway, super excited about today's test server. I hope you guys are too. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. We're going to take you through the entire thing completely, every change, every detail. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out today. So today on the test server, we're taking a look at several things. So heavy weapon prototype, which we've seen before, the Flux. And, I mean, the biggest changes that it's had over its time period has been basically its visuals and everything, and then some minor damage tweaks and everything. The Raven, which I know a lot of you guys are excited for. The Bulwark, which I think all of us are excited for. And then the Nashorn Trident rebalance, the reload button, and some graphical tweaks and stuff. So let's get into it. So the Flux, no, we're not soldering, but maybe it is. Maybe it is doing some soldering. Maybe that's what all that splashing is there on the front. I'm just kidding. When you solder, it doesn't actually do that. For those of you who, why are we talking about soldering? Okay, anyway, so as you can see, my name here on the test server is It's 4 a.m. What the crap. Go ahead and pause the video here, or you can come back to this if you'd like to take a look at the stats for the Flux, as well as the description that that Pixonic provided in the feedback page. So something with the Flux that I wanted to test as well is if the whole weapon has clip, just like the Punisher, Molots, and several of the sniper weapons do. I just wanted to see if that was an option. That's really nice when you have a long-range weapon to be able to protect yourself from other snipers if you're not in something like a Lancelot or Raijin. It's just nice to be able to do that. So, fun fact for you guys, you can. It does have clip to it and everything, and you can walk along the structures and stuff. So, I mean, that's not the most ideal spot ever, but you can find the places. So this clip, I wanted to show you what it looks like getting nailed by them in something like the Bulwark. I just think that it looks really cool. I think they did a really good job with the visuals on it. I love the improvements that it's made over the time that they've had it on the test server. And I just think, I think they're heading in the right direction with it. And it'll be nice to have a pairing for the geckos so that you have more options for geckos than just running something like the something like the Patton, for example. It'll be nice to be able to like put the Flux with geckos onto like a Leo, just as an example. So it is nice that they're having all these extra pairings. I don't know what this is going to cost, but I can almost guarantee that it'll cost components. I think we all are kind of to the understanding that everything new that's coming out is going to cost components. So that's just kind of the direction the game is taking. Again, something else that'll probably cost components is the Raven. Go ahead and pause the video, or you can come back to this if you'd like to look at the description that was provided or anything else there. I think that the double jump is a really cool and unique thing for war robots, even though Mario, you know, has been doing it for a while. I think that it's a fun addition to the game. I really enjoyed running the Punishers on the Raven. I ran tons of different setups on it. I think the Punishers were definitely my favorite, though. And that's just because I'm a Punisher guy. I've always liked the Punisher. Those of you guys who have hung out on the channel for a long time, you already know that. But the Punishers were tons of fun, especially on the Raven. I think balance-wise, I think they've done a pretty good job already in giving it the balance that it needs. Health-wise, I think it's just about right. I think the cooldown on the jump is about right. If anything, the jump may need to have a slightly shorter cooldown, since there's two of them and they both take, I believe, a full 25 seconds to cool down. I mean, the timer starts at 20 right there, but I don't think it accounts for your air time, and so I think 25 seconds total is what it takes, and maybe that's okay, maybe it's not, or maybe the second jump needs to take longer than the first. I don't know, and I don't know if they'll even bother coding something like that, or maybe it's okay. You guys will have to let me know what you think, those of you who tested it, or those of you thinkers who are thinking about it. You'll have to let me know. So I demonstrated this setup first for the reload button, and then for just the fact that the Raven makes it even more annoying because of your ability to set up targets and everything for firing upon. But yeah, we don't need to get into how annoying Hydras can be. And so something else I wanted to check is if the Punishers did double damage to the Bulwark's energy shield. Since it blocks both types of weaponry, I wanted to see if any part of it was like a physical shield, but the Punishers definitely were not doing the like 1.5 or double damage or whatever it is, I can't recall these days, to physical shields like it, or like it would to physical shields. It was just doing normal damage to it, which I think makes sense. I don't think that these I don't think that anything else needs to happen to it, since they can take damage from all kinds of weapons. It gets drained pretty fast, especially probably with the types of weapons that you'll end up running on a Bulwark on the live servers. So, but again, with the Raven, let me know what you guys think, but I really like the model. I like the way they're going with it. I mean, we all saw it coming, finding something to, a component item to replace the most popular item in the game. So, it was coming. So here's the Bulwark. Let's take a quick walk around on it. I know you guys are excited for this one. I was excited to both hear about it as well as to hop on the test server and play it. So going around in the back here, that thing sticking upwards between the two heavy weapon slots, when you're playing it and you have your energy shield activated, there's a glowing yellow orb that kind of hangs out between there, or maybe it's green. I'm colorblind, I don't know. And then the shields on the front, they actually do enclose there. So I'll show you a couple clips when I'm fighting another one where you can see it opening and closing and stuff like that. So dropping in here, you can see that yellow orb right there on the top. And so when you hit that button on the side, the little shield generator deal in the back, it drops back down and it just encloses the front of you with the physical shield. Though it seemed to me like even when I lost my energy shield, it seemed like the physical shield was still activated, but maybe it was just that it was automatically enclosing on the front of me or something like that. I'm not sure. So I don't know if there's a bug with the activation and deactivation cycle of the shield or not. I'll go ahead and report it like it is, but you guys will have to let me know as you test it this weekend. Let me know if you find because I believe that the physical shield is just supposed to activate after your impervious to everything shield is gone. So here's an example of the physical shield, another bug, potential bug. I don't know if it is or not, but myself and this guy, luckily, it was pretty much just he and I attacking each other, and my frontal shield had already taken quite a bit of heat, and you can see smoke coming off the front of my bot, and it had been coming off for quite a while. So I'm not sure if the shields were already supposed to have broken, but visually, I guess, and physically, it just didn't actually happen, because you can see that this guy's hitting me and I'm still not taking damage. I'm just taking damage from like the Zeus on the side or other things. So let me know as you test it what you guys think, and I'll wait to submit my feedback on the test server until I hear back from you guys and get some more testing in and stuff like that myself. So definitely drop a comment. Let me know if you heard anybody else talking about it, but I think that may be a bug with this shield as it is right now. But remember, this is his first time on the test server. It's still being developed. The textures on it, I'm sure, are going to be less smooth than they are right now. Something else, you can see this ring that I'm standing in right now. It actually shows you the radius of a beacon, and even like ascending and descending terrain and stuff like that. I really do like that addition. So I ran several builds on the Bulwark, but the Redeemer ended up being my favorite. When I first started playing on the test server, it wouldn't let me buy Thunders for some reason, and so I ended up deleting the test server app and reinstalling it and stuff, and Thunders then became available, and the Thunders were fun, but I think the Redeemer was definitely my favorite on it. On the live servers, I'll probably end up running the Redeemer or Embers. Embers is kind of the one that I'm more excited for, and I'm also interested to see if the Embers will, I mean, they should pass through the energy shield, I'm assuming. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that'll be the case or not. That might be one reason why the Embers aren't on the test server today, but they kind of tend to leave off most of the component stuff anyways, probably to help people focus on the things that they're actually testing. But just a thought on that. I'm not sure if the Embers will actually go through it, but I'm assuming it will. Since they pass through physical and energy shields, I'm assuming that the energy shield on this guy will actually not be able to block them. But I guess we'll see. We'll have to see on a future test server. I'll check with the devs, and I'll see if they have an answer for that. There's the Flux again hitting me in the side. I thought it was pretty cool. And to answer the question I'm sure I'm going to get, it does not look like the Ansel shield is equipable on the Bulwark. So just an FYI, kind of like the Butch, it's probably not going to be on there. Now regarding the weaponry balance, the Nashorn range is being decreased and its reload time is being decreased. as well. And then I think the damage ended up going up a little bit as well. And I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to make the Nashorn more viable again, but then the Trident, you can see the changes there as well, is going to be more like the Pin and the Columbus as far as how it works. So I put the Pin, Columbus, and the Trident on a Golem, just so that you guys could see all three of them going at the same time. And it appears that, like it didn't say on that list before, but I'm pretty sure that the Trident range got decreased so that it's the same as the Pin and the Columbus. I know that's something that they had talked about before, but I didn't see it on that changelog list that they had in the feedback form for the test server. But again, like I said, I'm pretty sure that that is the way that it's supposed to be. And so projectile speed is the same across the board for both of them, and you can see it a little bit better in this clip, but as the and that's how it is on the live servers right now as well. The Trident's rocket moves at the same rate as the Columbus and the the Pin rocket. So there's that. They're all traveling at the same speed. You don't have to compensate like leading a target because there's a different rate for one of them over the other. They didn't change anything about that, although I think it used to be different back in the day. So, but I do think that this mechanic makes a lot more sense. It's something that they probably should have done quite a while ago, like probably during like the Trident Fury days, the days of yore. They probably should have done it then, but I'm glad that it's at least done now. And it's probably twofold. I mean, they may be just trying to get cheaper, easy to achieve, or like easy to get 600-meter items out of the game, and try to, you know, make more of their premium stuff like fit that 600-meter category or something. I don't know. That's just speculation. Don't take my word on it. But just a thought on that. And I believe, so I did some testing with the Trident as well, and it looks like the splash radius is still the same, so it still has the 30-meter radius, while the Pin and the Columbus still have the 20-meter radius. So then looking at the Nashorn change, I don't know, so I fired a shot there at the beginning to make sure that it wasn't bugged out and that the range was actually decreased, and I wasn't able to hit that guy. He was about 950, and the original Nashorns, they would have been able to hit him just fine because the range used to be 1100. Where it is now, I think it'll make it a lot more interesting of a setup. I just still don't think that it's doing enough damage to fit that 600-meter that 800-meter category. I'm not sure if it's still good enough for that. But anyway, so looking at the map list here, maps that weren't available, Power Plant and the Moon map were not available on the test server this weekend. I'm not sure why, but they did do some different color grading and things like that to several of the maps. So here's the original drop-in screens on all the different maps that were on the test server. So you can see on the right, the test server ones are a lot more punchy. They increase the contrast. They also increase the saturation, it seems like. So the colors are a lot more punchy than on the live server currently. And there's just some other little minor tweaks like that as well, and a couple other visual things, like on Yam, I'll show you here in a second. There's a couple other tweaks, but you can see some of the blacks are blacker, and some of the details kind of stick out more because of that. And so here you can see up on the bridge on the live server, there's lights up there, but they're just kind of this faint blue, and they don't really stick out. But on the test server today, they're really bright white, like fluorescent lights all across the bridge. So just so that you guys can see that, fun fact for you, I'm sure nobody cared, but there you go. And so again, here you can see that the colors are a bit more punchy, and the blacks are deeper and stuff like that on the test server. And on Canyon, same thing, you get kind of a redder red and blacker blacks because of the increase in contrast. And you can see the sun quality up there. They added some bloom and light rays on all of the maps for the sun, or on Yam they did for the moon, so that it kind of sticks out more. And then again here on the test server, it's just kind of that same theme, warmer colors, the bloom on the sun there, and then just a couple other little visual tweaks there. And so taking a look here on Springfield really quick, just as our last item for the test server, you can see the sun really well on this one, and so I figured I'd give you guys kind of like how it looks and everything. And I'm not sure if they've done this on purpose, but it seems like the sun will disappear on the outside quarters of the screen. And I walked up here and I got up to the next level as well, and it looks like it still disappears towards the edges, and I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Anyway, so that's a recap of the test server. That's everything that was tested today. I'm going to still dig around and look around and see if there's any like sneaky changes that are in there, and I'll keep you guys apprised of that. Make sure you go check out my Facebook page down in the link in the description. But again, here are all the things that happened. I think we did a pretty good job going through all of that. I'm really excited for the reload button. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.